Yeah, so y'all got any new shows y'all watching?
Let me let me turn my light on. Turn
Let me
my
turn my
light on
fan
so y'all
up.
can see me.
Can,
But
can, can y'all hear my fan? Because it's blaring right now.
no, no. But in the in the last episode, um, when y'all said y'all couldn't hear my fire alarm, but I heard it in the episode when we
Mm.
posted it.
I didn't hear
But
it.
ain't no. I heard. Well, maybe I feel like I did. I feel like I did, but it could have been something else. But I feel like I
That's
heard
your
the fire alarm.
imagination, or no, I'm not gonna say that
Cause
because
they
you're
was
gonna
working on.
get scared.
Nah, I ain't gonna get scared. I ain't no scary ass nigga.
Not that
But
blanket, not
it's my favorite blanket.
Grady.
Nice to
You don't even
sound,
make you
baby.
warm.
Mm-hmm.
A Grady
Yeah, it do.
blanket.
Anyway,
All right, so what are we
uh,
watching right now?
I just found this show called "Put a Ring on It" on OWN, and it's about. I guess it's like a relationship coach, but she be talking to these couples, and like one of the people in the couple they want to get married, and the other person is like dragging their feet about it. So it's like, hey, this we're gonna go through this like experiment or experience or whatever to see if like we ready to get married. And it's like part of it, I don't know, I've been watching this one episode, but part of it's like they gotta go on dates with other people and to see if they connect more with other people. And they've been dating for maybe like 2 years, 3 years, something like that.
Oh man.
And so one dude, he like 40, he dating like a 37-year-old, and she like, hey, I'm ready to get married and start having babies. I'm like, shit, I get it. She's 37. She running out of time if she not already. But yeah, like the women went on their date and like 2 out of 3 guys was cool about it. They was like, oh, go ahead, have fun or whatever. The one guy was like, he's like, come pray with me, brother, before y'all go out on this date. And in the prayer, he was like, the same hands is like blessing him right now. I can bless his ass just to let him know that.
Oh man.
But then they switched it up. They switched it up in the women. They was like, oh, I'm not about this shit. I'm not about watching my man go out on a date with another girl. And I was like, interesting. It's
Yeah,
intriguing.
girls ain't about that. They're more
But
territorial. Like men are territorial
yeah.
about things, but women and their men, they're very, huh? What? I ain't sharing. That's mine. I'm selfish. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This sounds
Mm-hmm.
like the ultimatum that comes on
Uh-oh.
Netflix.
Mm. But I think in the ultimatum, they all like date each other, date the folks that's on the show, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And this one they get like they just call somebody in. They call in a random person to date one of the people in the relationship. And then they can choose whether or not to go out on the second date with the person. But yeah, it's been pretty good. It's been, been watching
Af-
what, 20 minutes of it?
After one
Hmm.
episode, you're hooked.
I mean, I ain't gonna say I'm hooked. I'm probably not gonna watch another one, but
You're not?
no, I mean, I might just to see how these folks' stories end. But if they don't wrap it up in 2 episodes, I'm not gonna keep watching this.
So do
But
you
it's
watch
good
a
though. If y'all like that reality TV kind of stuff and that dating show and stuff, you'll like this show.
so do you watch a lot of
Put a
reality
ring on it.
TV? Because you don't seem like you watch a lot of reality TV.
I don't watch a lot of it. Nah. Love is Blind is my shit, and then beyond that, I don't really, I don't really watch a lot of it.
Did you see this last season of Love Is Blind?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was this
Mm-hmm.
one. It was this one in there, man. So my girl watches it, but I be in and out, in and out. So
Mm-hmm.
there was one dude. He was with a girl. He was a black dude with a Hispanic girl, and she was like a hot, fiery, and he was all passive. And
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Was
The
then
he his
dude,
was she Hispanic?
I don't think
I
she
don't know.
was.
She wasn't black though.
Yeah, that was a spicy white. That was not a
A
Hispanic.
spicy white.
Racially,
Wait a
racially
minute.
ambiguous.
Who are y'all talking about? I don't know who y'all talking about. Now
The
I gotta look up these
African guy.
characters. Oh,
No,
the
no,
African
no,
guy? No, 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 no,
no,
no.
not him, not him. He was a regular black American. Cause the
Oh,
black.
oh, that was with that light skinned dude with the eyes.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I got to pull up a picture.
I'm pulling it up right now. Her
Me
name
too. I
was
pulled it up. This was season 4,
uh
right?
yeah, season 4. Wait, people, who the fuck are these people? This ain't the right folks.
Make sure you watch the right.
It's season 4, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's a list of all the people. It's a list of all the people. So even the people that like all the folks
Yeah.
that went into the pods, even the folks that didn't like, because Arena, I remember her. All right, her name was Jacquelina.
Yeah,
Oh.
she is crazy. I mean, she's kind of.
She wasn't crazy. She just
Yes,
wanted
she
she wanted a more
was.
assertive.
Yes,
She
she
wanted a more
Yeah.
was.
assertive type
She's
dude.
gonna
See, and
tell
that's what I was
somebody.
saying. And the man he was not an assertive dude that was gonna really put her in her place because she's a type.
Yeah,
You want to get put in
yeah,
her place.
yeah.
That's what
She
turned
one of
on.
those. She was one of those
That's
women.
what
She's like,
she,
I want a man that can handle me. And it's like you ain't. And the kind of guy. I'm not that kind of guy either. I'm the kind of guy. It's like you're not luggage. You shouldn't have to be handled.
but you'll stand up to the occasion.
I mean,
If
if
she
you
need to be,
if I mean, you know what? I definitely show more deference now. Like when I was younger, probably when I was younger, I'd go back and forth with you. I like raise my voice and shit. But when I was with my ex, I wasn't doing none of that. Like she'll
mm,
start yelling and shit, and I'm like, "Hey, look, I'm not doing this." And like I'll walk away. Like one time, I just left the house, left her in there sad and mad.
ooh,
Came back and she was like, "Hey, just tell me what's on your mind." I was like, "Nah, you've done all that yelling and shit before.
mm,
Don't be concerned now. You didn't care what I think before. You don't care now."
But they weren't talking about yelling. She wanted a more aggressive person in the bedroom. Like that was her problem.
Yeah, I mean, so that
back end,
you know,
on the back end, she had herpes.
wait a minute, what?
That's what my girl said. I don't know. I ain't really watching. She was like, yeah, that's something that came out on the back end, and he felt like he dodged a bullet because he did.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
See?
snap! Oh, that's the part because I watched the reunion. They were saying like some shit came out in like some text messages or something, but they weren't gonna discuss it. So
Mm.
that must be what it was.
Yeah, it was
Mm-mm-mm.
all over Instagram and TikTok.
Damn. I mean, well,
Yeah.
they say they say herpes is pretty common and benign, so you shouldn't be too worried about it.
Wow.
That's what the doctors say.
Man,
Wow.
but
But yeah, this season was very, very fiery. You know they're casting for it
Mm-hmm.
right now.
oh, what city we in?
I don't know. I
About to
don't
say
Uh-uh.
know.
if they ain't in
They
San
already did
Jose,
Atlanta.
I can't fuck with it.
They did Atlanta like twice, maybe. How many times they don't do Atlanta
Because
once?
Atlanta's a lot of folks in Atlanta. Atlanta's a feisty team, baby. Atlanta.
They only did
This
Atlanta
show, the show that I'm
once.
talking about, put a ring on it. It's in Atlanta too.
Well, you
Hey.
know, all the little black shows are in Atlanta, but I think
I love
that
it.
Oh,
Love
hey,
is
Oprah
Blind.
ain't little. Oprah ain't little.
Oh, what? Oprah.
Oprah ain't
Oprah is
little. Because
on Netflix.
the show is on OWN network. Yeah.
I mean, okay, I
Just-
didn't mean it like that. Tyler Perry's not little either, but all his shows are in Atlanta. But
hey, the
But I
all
studio.
imagine that's because they live there. We're in the studio there. So
I mean, the taxes are cheap to make movies and shows here.
that's real. That's real.
So yeah,
But
but yeah, DeMarcus, they're
yeah.
casting. You should make you a little video and go. I think it's like a month.
Where is it though? Because I don't wanna just go. I mean, I don't wanna where do I gotta go?
They
That's the
didn't
question.
You
say
good, bro. You good, bro. You good. You don't want to take off work for this shit. You all right.
Look, because I'm not gonna make no money. I gotta take a sabbatical. Come
no,
on, man. They
because
need me right now.
if you are
Besides, I'm already dating. I'm dating here in San Jose, and it's going good. So,
your hinge girl,
Oh,
how is
Lord.
Hingy?
Not Hindi.
no,
Not Hindi.
you gonna have multiple hinges.
Ah, no,
Hinge
no,
is
no,
good for
no,
like I'm
no.
telling you, Hinge is like a good one because they match you out personality, and you'll get somebody you can really
Do
vibe
they?
with. So the goal is to get
Mm.
off the app though. The goal is to get off the app, delete your profile, all that. So they're gonna try and put you with
I
somebody
mean,
that you
yeah,
think.
yeah, they do, they do be doing that. But no, it's going real well. We vibing. We went out over the weekend. Uh,
And it's 3 weeks
yeah,
in a row.
yeah. We going out this Thursday. So
That's 4 weeks in a row. It's a month.
come
Where did y'all
on.
go?
We saw The Little Mermaid together, and we went out to eat.
Hey,
Did you like it?
The Little Mermaid, yeah, it was good. It was real good. I wanted Sebastian to be more Jamaican. He wasn't
Well,
Jamaican enough.
David, he isn't Jamaican at all. Oh, and he's gonna be the thing.
I thought it was Shaggy that played
No,
it was
it's David Davidson.
David. Okay,
That's his
cool.
last name, David something. But yeah, he's gonna be the thing.
Or maybe it was Shaggy that played Sebastian in the original.
David Diggs. No, Shaggy wasn't even alive then.
Okay, cool. I don't know. That's the conversation I had.
Yeah, that
But
was the wrong conversation.
somebody misinformed me. That's okay. I'm only human. I'm not immune to being fooled.
There
Surprised
we
you
go.
didn't verify.
I didn't care. Did not care who was playing the man. But yeah, yeah, it's been going well, man. We vibing. We hung out late. Put it
Mm.
that way.
So have y'all
Well,
done
no,
morning kiss yet?
ain't no hanky panky. Ain't no hanky panky. She
Uh,
did not spend the night. I'm a
uh,
gentleman. Southern. We don't do that. Ain't that right, Loronta?
Yes, sir.
I
Gotta put a ring on
didn't.
that finger first.
Wow, Lorante, really? But yeah, other than that, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Still trying to figure shit out at work. Cause we trying to do all this AI stuff.
In what capacity? Oh,
Yeah,
no, I'll
man.
pause it right there. I'll pause it right there. We on the record. We recording. We'll have it off.
In every capacity, bro. And it's just
Ah!
like it's just a lot. Yeah, man. So, but I'm going to Seattle this weekend.
Hey,
Well, I'll
congratulations.
be there for a week. You know what I'm saying, for the graduation. Yeah, my homeboy's graduating. Uh, my homeboy, he's in electrical engineering, and I was like, man, you doing all this work to like fix somebody wiring in their house?
Mm.
He was mad.
There's more to
Yeah, what?
electrical
He said that.
engineering than
He
that.
said that's not what he do. He
That's
said that's not what
not
he do.
no.
He's actually a neurological engineer, neurological electrical engineer, neuroscience or something like that.
Oh man, he
A
Like
about
a
to.
brain
like
doctor?
brain
That's what
electricity,
I'm saying. He about to
Yeah.
be
brain
Elon.
electricity,
He about to be with
brain
Elon.
electricity specifically.
That AI going in your brain. Now we got iPhones in the
Yeah,
head.
he gonna be putting chips in you. I ain't gonna let him do it to me though.
At
Damn.
least not yet.
Uh,
Nah, not ever.
it's
Why
gonna be
not?
Remember that
changed.
part in the Bible about the mark of the beast?
So you're not going to get a chip in your brain because you're scared something that a white
That's the
person
mark
said
of the
in the
beast, man.
Bible?
The rapture gonna come, and everybody that got that chip, they ain't gonna get raptured.
Well,
But
I'm
no,
gonna
not
get
one.
it.
My
Even the ones
clothes,
he fuck with though.
my
Look,
clothes gonna come off, and I'm gonna float into the sky. You gonna be sitting there mad.
but the
I
ones he
mean,
really fuck with, and you give him back, he gonna take you up too.
I'm
That's
gonna
what he
Nah,
get the
if you
gonna do.
chip.
accept the mark of the beast, after you accept the mark of the beast, you can't go up there. Can't be with the Father.
That's not in the Bible. Accepting
It
technology
is something.
as something that's gonna come is not inherently in the
See, they ain't
Bible
never
as well.
described what the mark of the beast looked like. You know what I'm saying? But they just said that everybody gonna have that mark.
Well, everybody has a cell phone, so is that the mark of the beast? Because they
Nah, you
didn't
can remove. You
describe
can
what
put
it
that. You
is.
you can put that down. You got to accept the mark of the beast onto your body, into your body.
I don't think that
Anyway,
those
how
words
y'all doing?
are in the Bible, but
How
I'm
y'all
doing
doing?
fine. I started my new job today,
Whoa,
and
whoa.
it is fun.
Mm, fun, just fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's
I'm
fun.
sure. I'm sure all you doing is like intake stuff. But like, what are the people like? Who'd you meet?
Intake stuff. I don't do data entry. I'm a
No, I'm
marketer.
saying like you doing onboarding. You doing the onboarding stuff. Like,
Oh yeah,
hey,
yeah, yeah,
here's
yeah.
Ralph. He works in the mailroom. Here's your
Yeah.
desk.
Yeah, I
Here's
got
your
all those
computer.
meetings this week. And so far,
Mm-hmm.
like the person, my main contact has been extremely
Mm-hmm.
nice. Like I really like her, but
Hmm.
I'm waiting for everything to fall apart. She's already like, everything
Damn.
is wrong. Well, she didn't say
Mm.
it in those words. She's like this is wrong here. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. We'll see what
Mm.
happens.
Okay.
But how are you, Lorante?
I'm doing great. Hey, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. This weekend was good for me. Sat at the house, took some time. Barbecued yesterday, so it was really good. Recharged the batteries,
Dang,
and then
no
we got
invite.
That's
hit the
what's up.
ground. It wasn't my vibe. I pulled up to somebody else's
Mm.
situation. Well, we're gonna have our cookout soon, though, right?
But folks always want you to invite them to somebody else stuff. They always want to be like a plus one, man. Yeah.
And
I don't know
No,
what it is.
I got kids. I got
Loranta.
+2 and 3.
Okay, Loranta invited somebody else to our RDO cookout last year, so I just thought that like
Were they
it'd be
RDO?
funny. No,
Hey,
they weren't even
so
RDO. They didn't even
look,
go to
hear me out.
Hampton. They
Hear
didn't
me out.
even.
What?
No,
Hear me out.
no,
Was this your
Let me
girlfriend?
tell you why.
no.
Let
It
me
was
tell
a
you why.
boy.
It was
Nah,
a
look,
boy.
Yeah,
look.
a
Can
Was
I
your
random
tell you?
boy?
boy.
Can I tell my side?
Go ahead.
All
I
right,
don't know if
thank
I
you.
want to
Thank you.
hear
This
it.
is one of my friends from high school. He was in the band. He was at Valley. By the time Red Dog came, he was in fourth year. He was online for Q. He was like, that's something that we all talked about, but he just couldn't do it at that time. But he was there for,
So so
filling
so you
How
in.
could
brought him trying to get him online, is what you're saying.
No. I need help with the grill just to make sure if something go left, I got
You
somebody
could
ready to
have asked
go.
a red dog nigga to help you with the grill.
I'm
I know
the
you could
old
ask
head at this
Garfield.
point. DeMarcus, at this point, I'm the old head. Everybody else is new
Mm-hmm.
niggas.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to make sure it was straight. But yeah, and it was a Red Dog event, but it wasn't.
No, it was a red dog event, period.
Yeah, it's a
You
Red Dog
inviting
event.
Yeah,
non-affiliated motherfuckers.
And there's no
yeah,
way
It's
he
yeah.
supposed
could
to be
be
a
a Red Dog
it's supposed to be a
if he
family
went
event,
to.
and you up here inviting randoms.
I mean, he wasn't like trying. He wasn't trying to. He was in the back. He wasn't even. It
Man,
was.
it don't matter. You
It
you know
wasn't
There's
good and
safe.
well.
no way that
You
he
know
could be
good and
Red Dog if
well.
he went to Fort Valley. Because Fort
I'm
Valley's in
sorry. I said
Georgia.
Fort Valley. I said Valley, so I meant Mississippi Valley State. They
Oh,
got charted
okay.
what 2013, 2014.
Yeah, I was there.
Mhm.
He could have been on that line. He really could have, but he was online for other
So he
stuff.
chose not to be red dog, and you still brought him to the event.
I mean, if you're online for something else started and then something coming that
If
you
you
ain't gonna
want
drop
them
one
both,
line.
then you make it happen.
All right,
Yeah.
DeMarcus. Now you
If it's in your heart,
for sure, for sure. But you gotta think at this point, trying to do other
I
things.
mean, I understand it would have been hard. I understand that being online for two things is difficult.
yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I
But
understand that it would have been a tough choice for him to make, but he made it.
doing something divine now, you already 2 months in your process.
Hey,
They talking about
hey,
red.
I understand. I understand the circumstances. I understand from a certain perspective, it didn't make sense. But
You
if he wanted it bad enough, had it been the other way around, and he was 2 months into the RDO process, and they was like, "All right, come on, be online for Q," he would have did both of them shits, or
Yeah.
at least dropped RDO to be online for Q.
and but that's even worse though. Dropping like you don't need
I
no
mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, he would. I'm saying though, he would have made a decision to make it happen.
mm,
I
for
didn't know he
My
sure.
was a
point
kid.
is, my point
Oh, no,
is,
he's not. He's not. They got suspended.
damn. So he ain't even finished the Q, bro.
Right,
My
right, right.
point is he chose not to be Red Dog when he had the opportunity. I don't know all his circumstances, and I'm sure he got his reasons for making the choices he
Okay.
made.
Well,
Yeah.
I
I'm
already
just
told you.
saying the
I'm
results are the
cooking.
results, and you did what you did.
Okay, well, I'm cooking. I'm cooking for 20 plus people. Like I said, if some went left on this grill, in case how straight. Well, all of a sudden when people show up, that's when shit go left. In case that happened,
Where
I
was
need somebody.
where were the other Red Dog folks? Where was
They was
Eli? Where was
young.
Martina? Where
E-
was
Eli wasn't there, but Martina
Marcus,
was
are you
there.
being
I was
Marcus? Be
there.
for real. Be for real on the
Jared was
grill.
there?
Yeah, not Jared.
Who
DeMarcus,
else?
Charco with
I'm trying.
Charco. I'm talking about a real grill. I ain't talking about no. Come on, I
I'm
just
trying
got.
to think.
I need some. I need some niggas like just one nigga, just a little backup, just in case. I got
I'm
it. I
trying to
just
think of some other dudes. I'm trying to
I
think of some
was
other
there
Marcus.
dudes.
though. I could have helped.
Yeah, Jared could have helped, but who else?
Be for
Who
real.
else was there?
Be
Wait,
for
wait,
real.
wait, 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 wait. Why you gotta be for real when I could have helped on the grill?
You
That's
could,
what I'm
yo. So
saying.
you
I
grilling?
bought the food.
Right.
You know how to grill. You know how to grill, Jared.
I mean, I never have before, but I can certainly.
I mean,
See,
he ain't have to,
that's what I'm saying. I need somebody
hey,
better
look,
than
it's the
me.
first time for
I need,
everything.
I need some. I can grill. I can grill. I just like, hey, just in case, like I said, some go left. Just need a little extra hands.
Who the other guys that was there?
Young niggas, young
Yeah,
20-year-olds,
Man,
19-year-olds.
I was grilling at 19, 20 years
I
old. Man,
don't
come
know
on.
these niggas. These new TikTok. They just rocking their hips.
Ah,
I just say they not. They
doing
grown.
the
I just
21
think
Savage.
now. Yeah,
Not
nah. I just
21, the
think.
little Uzi Vert. The little Uzi
Yeah,
Vert.
I ain't know who was gonna come, who wasn't gonna come. I just wanted to make sure. So he was there. He wasn't like trying to be all up in nothing. He was off to the side. So
yeah, he was real
and
cool
then
though.
it was a public pool.
Okay.
Like it was a public pool, mind you. It's kids, it's random folks, so it ain't even no
It
isolated.
wasn't a public pool. It was a pool on the
It was an
top
apartment
of
complex pool.
a
It was an apartment complex pool.
yeah. But it was on top of a
That shit was exclusive. It was exclusive. Now
it,
it was a high
it,
rise
in the middle of the city. It was really nice. You should have
Who
went.
lived
downtown.
there?
Martin.
Martina, her rich ass.
Yeah. Yep.
Martina got the bread.
I gotta go to Martina house.
Yeah. Yeah. And Lawrence.
Like, hey, Lawrence is nice
I've been to
too.
Lauren house. I've been to Lauren house. Lauren has got a nice place.
You went to her apartment downtown.
Yeah. over
Man,
there
that
by
could, yeah,
right there by Atlantic Station.
man.
Mhm.
I'm trying to tell you. But that was a good time.
Mm.
So Jared, this time around we can grill together. Like I
I'm
said, I'm
ready.
confident. I'm very confident. It's just like I said, sometimes some go left. You
I
don't predict.
mean, Loronta, you worked at Waffle House in the
That's
morning.
what that is gas, but it's like a different type of situation. Like that's what I'm saying. I can cook. Like I said, it's just a charcoal and cake. Because let me tell you what happened. 4th of July last year. I love my stepdad to death, but he got done cooking majority of that stuff. He was like, all you gotta do is cook the hot dogs and hamburgers. But the charcoals was going out, and I didn't know that at the time. So I had some shit on there 30, 40 minutes. Ain't nothing cooking. And then like I said, it's 4th of July. People is over. I was like, man, I just want to make sure in case something go left, I got somebody to bring this shit back. But it didn't go left. Everything turned out great. So the next cookout, like I said, he ain't even gonna be there
I mean, he
because
can
I'm gonna
come.
be confident.
Loronta, turn your camera on real quick.
All right, hold
Uh-oh.
on.
Uh-oh.
What I done? Got it. Hold
Uh-oh.
on.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Still can
Not
barely
those
see you.
eyes. That's all we see is those eyes.
I'm in my car.
And
Cause
the highlights.
he's so dark.
And teeth.
Yeah, those teeth. Those
All
eyes and
right.
those teeth.
We canceling Jared.
Canceling?
Jared's been canceled.
Canceling me
I'm
because you're
color.
dark? Because you chose to be
See,
that
we got
way?
a. Uh-oh.
So you're canceling me?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Wow.
He done started it. He
All
done
right, all right.
started it right there.
Are you taking something
Okay.
for Instagram?
Yeah, I'm about to
Wow.
see if we can get some questions while we recording.
It's kind of lame.
Oh, I
Okay.
already got him.
All
Well,
right.
yeah, ask the questions. Ask the questions.
Yeah.
I already got my I got like
Lorante
6
But
of them.
is on it. So
Nah, but
no,
yeah,
I'm,
I mean that's
I
great. That's great. We'll see. We can get some more in the rotation in the pack in the thing.
yeah, I like.
But yeah, Lorenzo, I think did we cover everybody? Are we ready to dive in?
yeah, ready to
Girl,
dive
I'm
in.
about to dive in.
All right, ready to dive in.
Whoa,
So here we go with this episode of Black Geek Energy.
BGE in.
Therapy did not work for me, and let me tell y'all about it. So I had to attend therapy through my old job, and it was horrible. I had this Russian intern who was my therapist, and she was not relatable at all. Then we both had a language barrier that we had to go through every time we talked. Also, she made me come to our therapy sessions at 4 p.m. on Fridays. And you know I had to drive through downtown Atlanta traffic while it was in its peak. Now, I have said on this podcast that I'm not going to therapy again, and that I just need people to tell me what their therapist says to them so I can use their advice on myself. But you know what? I may have to rethink that. Y'all, BetterHelp is an online counseling service that allows you to connect to a licensed therapist from the comfort of your own home, or boat, or cruise ship, car, or wherever you may be. The best part is you can switch therapists at any time, and you have full access to virtual sessions through text, phone, and video conferencing. No matter what you're going through, BetterHelp has a professional who can help. And because you're a listener to Black Geek Energy, you could get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/BGEpod. That's betterhelp.com/BGEpod for 10% off your first month. So go ahead, take care of your mental health today. Check out BetterHelp, and let's get back to the show. In this episode, we will be talking about some of the controversies with J.K. Rowling's only character, Mr. Harry Potter, and that whole franchise. Yeah, we're just gonna be
Is
discussing
Harry
that
Potter her
today.
only character, or is this her only franchise?
That's
Who we
her
talking about
only
here?
thing that she's ever done. She's the one trick
Yeah, but
pony.
she ain't got to do nothing else.
Yeah,
When you do
she's richer
something
than the
great, you ain't got to
queen.
do nothing else.
Yeah, they said she's
Okay.
richer than the queen. Let me
Well,
just
damn.
make sure.
And these fantastic. So did she not write the Fantastic Beast stuff?
Yeah, she did.
Oh, she did. Okay,
Ooh,
that's
look
pretty
at
dope
that.
too.
I mean, it's the
But
That's pretty
same
dope too.
franchise.
Yeah, it's the same franchise, but it's still pretty dope. Still pretty
every
dope.
time, yeah.
Um, well, let me. I would like to start here. When did y'all first get into Harry Potter?
I was in I was still in school. I was still in
Which
middle
school?
school actually.
High school.
Same.
Yeah, I was in middle school, so I think that by then the third book was out. Um, so I picked up one
It's hard for
book.
me to believe that you got into it in middle school because I got into it in middle school. Wait,
Oh,
wait,
not
were
that
the
far.
I'm Loronta. Were the movies coming out when you got
No,
into Harry Potter?
no, no,
No?
no.
Okay. All
I was
right.
in
Cool,
college
cool,
by
cool,
then,
cool.
I think. But yeah,
Wow.
the third book,
We are that
um,
far apart, Lorente, because the first movie came out while I was still in middle school.
yeah, I'm talking about the third book.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So
Third
the
book.
third book was coming out. So I just read this book because at first I was like another because like I would always read. I would
Mm,
always
Mm-hmm.
read. So
Mm-hmm.
having another book about wizards and sorcery, like I read those all the time. So having
Mm-hmm.
another book that was like that with another white child, I wasn't really jumping on it. I was like
Mm-hmm.
trying to do other things. And I was by that time I was like on the internet looking up Storm and trying to look up like Needle's powers and
On that dial
bootleg,
up, on that.
yeah, on dial up and trying to and download Naruto episodes. So I
mm.
really wasn't
Yo!
trying to um uh
Damn.
read another book that was going to be lame.
Mm.
So when I did read it, I was hooked the first
Mm-hmm.
book. And I remember I read through the first three. It took me like about a week to read through them. And then when the
Damn.
fourth came
Boy,
out,
y'all read fast.
I was in line at Barnes and Noble at midnight, um, getting that book.
Wow.
And I went to every midnight release of Harry Potter and every midnight release of that Harry Potter movie since then.
Mm-hmm.
And I was
Mm,
going to
mm,
midnight
mm, mm.
releases of the book all throughout college. Like I think my last one was I was working at Hampton um,
Mm-hmm.
when the last um,
Movie.
the last movie came out. And
Mm.
I remember my boss then, she was like, "Why do you even like
Brenty?
this?" Yeah. She was like, "Why do you even like this? This is like racism." And that's when and that conversation that we had for 2 hours. This is a two
Mm.
hour long conversation while a basketball game was going on.
Was it? Was she saying like the book is racist?
Yeah, like the whole premise of the book. And so I was like, no, they're not. They're not racist. And then she was
I
like,
guess kinda.
and she knew nothing about the book. Like I think she was trying to be
Bruh.
funny. And then I
Oh.
mentioned the house elves. And like I was like,
Mm.
no, because the house elves, they like to be there. She was like, what? And she was like, huh? And I was like, yeah, because you give them a sock or something, and they could be freed, and but they're like help out the wizard. She was like, the house elves do what? So the house elves are the black people. Like, no, Jerry, you don't understand it. This is a racist book. Da 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 da. She went on me for 2 whole hours. So then I started
Good
to
God
realize, yeah.
Almighty!
Then I started to
I can't.
realize that Harry Potter is very problematic. And I started to look at it. And I remember
Mm-hmm.
like it was either that night or the very next day was like the last movie. So, and I
Mm.
had to go see that movie and then really take in all of the racism and transphobia and anti-LGBT and her stance on people with HIV and really just take all that in. Like she really is problematic with these books. So yeah.
So I got into the books around middle school too. And I read the first one, and I used to read the books in class because like I finished my work or whatever, and I'm like, shit, I'm just gonna I can't get up and leave this motherfucker, so I'm reading the book. And I got like, I think I was like right at the end of the second book when the first movie came out, and I was like, oh, they ruined it. I'm gonna just watch the movies now. I'm not gonna read the book and the movie's coming out. Why am I, spend a week trying to do this when I can get it all in like 2 hours? But now I actually do want to like go back and read the book because they say it's a lot of shit in the books that's not in the
Mm-hmm.
movies, which sounds right. Like I done heard character names that I've never seen in the movies and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't really hear about like the only problematic thing was like growing up in the South, like they'd be like, oh, don't read that Harry Potter stuff. That's witchcraft and registry. That's against God, and y'all gonna go to hell getting all that stuff. It's gonna affect you, and like that's the only kind of stuff I heard, not from my folks, but from like other people's parents. So I knew folks that had to keep their Harry Potter books at school because they couldn't take them home and let them get found.
Yes.
But yeah, nah, Harry Potter was a phenomenon when I was younger, and then like it wasn't until maybe 5 or so years ago that I started hearing about J.K. Rowling being hella problematic, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, why is everything good got to be tainted?
So for me personally, the books were out, not all the way out. I don't really remember. I just know I did read The Sorcerer's Stone. That was my that's the first book, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I read the first book, and I read the book like right probably like a couple months before the movie came out. So that's when I kind of got whatever year that was, the movie came out, like the year before or like 6 months before I read the book. And at my school, we had like a accelerated reading program. So like you get points off of books. And if you read the big books, you get bigger points. You read small books, you read medium books, you get a certain amount of points. And with those points, you can get like little things. Like maybe
Mm.
not a book fair, but like you might get some candy or this many points,
Mm-hmm.
this little prize, and nothing major. But as a kid, little shit is like really big to you. So I saw those Harry Potter books. They were so big and thick. I was like, ooh, I don't know about all that. So I read a bunch of medium sized to
Yeah,
small
me
books.
too.
I read a bunch of like just any and everything kind of books. But yeah, so that they did come out. I did follow through the movies, and I fell off for a minute. But I definitely did circle back and watch all of them. But yeah, the
So,
books. Go ahead, go ahead.
so would you let your daughter read Harry Potter?
Probably. We kind of let her consume a lot of stuff. I don't
Mhm.
believe it deals with witchcraft, and it does have magic, and it's like a good and
But it's a
bad.
book about wizards and witches, so how does it not deal with witchcraft?
Yeah.
I mean, devilcraft. I'm sorry, devil like
Okay,
devil.
okay, cool,
That
cool,
that that
cool.
that part of witchcraft. My bad. It does have witchcraft, but it's not the devils and demons and stuff like that. Um, So I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. But I'm not an overly religious person either, though, because I definitely, like you said, I knew some folks who couldn't read it and stuff like that. But they was also the ones who couldn't like dress up on Halloween. They couldn't wear costumes either. Their parents wasn't going.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
sad.
I think like one of my aunties tried to do that, but we was like, girl, no. Like we are finna Halloween it up.
Um, but yeah. So let's talk about the latest, and we talked about it on this show before, Hogwarts Legacy, which
Mm,
is the
Mm.
latest in the Harry Potter thing. A
Mm-hmm.
massive success for WB, a massive success for J.K. Rowling. Um, that tells the story of Hogwarts, the school in like the 1800s or 1900s, and how it just tells a story about them and magic, and it really is a extremely immersive, it's extremely large, extremely detailed game about, Hogwarts, Hogsmeade to the north of Hogwarts, and the little surrounding area to the south of Hogwarts. And, you can go to it, and it really does tell the story about magic and how magic has evolved since, from then to the Harry Potter, and then tell some history of magic before the series.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a really good
Oh,
book.
okay. So before the game takes place before like the whole all the events of Harry Potter.
It takes place in like 1865, I think.
Oh, geez.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
So what
Um,
about
But
I'm looking at it now. It's called Portkey Games.
mhm.
Hogwarts Legacy is like the goal of the game is to get into the Portkey Games, the little cup, the goblet with like the Goblet of Fire book or movie or whatever.
No, like
Hmm.
you come in not as a first year, but as a fifth year, I think.
Oh,
Um,
hmm.
through some randomness, and you have this mysterious power that you can use, and it just tells his story about that, and there's some great side quests. There are some great, um, you know, Easter eggs in the
What's the
game. So,
mysterious power? The game been out for a long time. You ain't finna spoil it for nobody.
I mean, Loronta, have you played it yet?
No, I haven't actually, but you can go ahead.
Okay. So the mysterious part is that
Or she.
he or she can,
Or they?
Mm,
or they,
No, not they.
no, it's
Can't be a
they.
they. In okay.
This person can
Mm-hmm.
make magic appear like very extremely powerful magic. Like he can summon lightning bolts or turn somebody into something. He doesn't know these
mm,
spells. Like he's learning all the
Mm-hmm.
spells, but he doesn't know these spells, and then he can see a certain type of ancient magic before
mm,
there were wands and books and everything. He could see ancient magic in its
Mm-hmm.
rawest form,
mm,
and
Mm.
manipulate it.
mm.
So yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. That
So
sounds pretty
yeah,
cool.
that
You
is
know,
that. Oh, go ahead.
one interesting thing I learned, I was watching the Fantastic Beasts series, and it was like the wizards and witches in Africa, they don't use wands. And I was like, that's dope. But I want to see like a spinoff of just about like wizards and witches in Africa, and they just like
Mhm.
casting magic with their hands. You know what I'm saying? Just however they doing it.
We
There,
real deal, man.
yeah, that is the real deal
Exactly.
magic, and there
Raw from
are
the source.
some African wizards in the game
Mm,
Hmm.
who use a wand because it is part of their schoolwork, but they also
Mm-hmm.
don't need a wand to use magic, and it's very cool.
Mm.
It's
Mm.
very, very cool.
Uh, all right. Well, what is y'all favorite part about the Harry Potter universe? The thing that you was like, yeah, or what got you hooked? What was the part? What did you read or what did you see that was like, you know what, this the shit right here?
I mean, it's a very good story. It's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
anime, where you start off with
Mm-hmm.
like this person who comes from very traumatic past, and he's thrust into this new world, this new experience, and he has to develop himself in that world, and while being in that world, he finds out that he's pretty powerful, and he's pretty,
Hmm.
and he's a force to be reckoned with. So it's kind of like anime,
Hmm.
and I think that's why I really like isekai now, because
Mm-hmm.
it's the same story beats as Harry Potter, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I definitely really do love those story beats.
Hmm.
yeah,
How about you,
definitely.
Lante?
For me, it was the character of Harry Potter, and I guess the depth of characters and the amount
Mm-hmm.
of characters that they're present. But I did like Harry, overcoming trials and tribulation. Like, I wasn't always the fan. Like he was, oh, that's my favorite. But it was a couple times he
Yeah.
stepped up, even when he didn't know, he didn't really know what was going on. Like one was when they fought the man, I wish I would watch the movie before I got on this pod, so I don't be like misquoting stuff. When they fought like the big dog or whatever, when they had that, I outsmart that. I was like, okay, I'll rock with
The
that.
Cerberus.
Yeah, yep. When they fought the Cerberus, and then the
Mm-hmm.
last, like the Deathly Hollows Part 1 and 2. I liked like Harry wasn't going outside. Like he was gonna, you know what I'm saying? He was gonna get some shit done.
I'm gonna give my answer. Then I'm gonna talk about the Deathly Hallows. I really like the whole magic thing was what really pulled me into the story. Like it was a world of magic and wizards and witches. Like had it been, and it could have been any other character. It could have been, you know, Hermione Granger in the Chamber of Secrets. It could have been Pete Ralph in the Chambers, in the
Mm.
Sorcerer's Stone or whatever. It could have been anybody else, but like the fact that it was like this whole other world that was going on behind the scenes. And I think I've always had like you know, some would say an escapist mentality, but I've always been, like interested in like other places, going somewhere, experiencing something new, kind of like what Jared was saying. Um, but the Deathly Hallows were really like my least favorite movies in the series because
Mm.
I can't remember if it was part one or part two, but it was like this one stint in the movie that's probably like 45 minutes, an hour long, where like they were just like walking in the woods and not doing shit. Just fucking boring. Why did they put this shit in the movie? Like this could have been a 5 minute port. This could have been a montage. Like we would have gotten the picture. Like they lost in the woods and they can't leave. Great.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The Deathly Hallows were just like really slow to me. Like compared to like the pacing of like every other movie before that and how good those were. Deathly Hallows it was lacking.
Mm. Tell them how you feel.
I did.
So let's discuss a little bit about in the future, Max
Mm.
or HBO or whatever they're trying to call themselves now, they are going to have, it's already greenlit, ain't no writers on it because of the writer's
Mm.
strike, but it's already
Writer's
greenlit to be a new Harry Potter series based on the books. I just want to say, how do y'all feel? And I'm not sure it's going to be like this about a new book accurate but grittier Harry Potter show. Like it's going to be on HBO. It's going to be on prime time. It's probably going to be more gritty, probably more adult. So how do y'all feel about that?
I have to approach everything Harry Potter now with a with with a mind of indifference,
Mhm.
um, of intentional indifference, because J.K. Rowling is such a problematic figure, and she has such problematic views, and like don't support folks like my boy Jared here. You know what I'm saying? I can't have it. Can't have it at all. Um, but putting that aside, like I think it would be pretty dope. I'm disappointed that the HBO series is gonna like just retell the story of Harry Potter, and I'm just like, you got an opportunity to do so much more, take
Yeah.
us in a new direction, explore different characters, different places. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could bring us to Africa with the African wizards. Like y'all could do so much, and you're just gonna retell the same old story.
Well, who's still an executive producer on this series, right?
Ooh,
JK.
oh, well,
She's still an executive
yeah, tell us
producer.
it.
She's still in the writing room. So, and
Mm.
HBO, like the article I read on Variety says that she's still a prominent figure in the new Harry Potter series. That's already been greenlit. So,
So, so what are we doing, y'all? Are we boycotting? Are we not watching it?
I don't know because I have already started to play Hogwarts Legacy. I haven't beat it. I've
Yeah.
already been playing it, and I think that my my original statement has to be that the um the original, well, the creators and the actors and like nobody that is actually doing this is problematic. It's just the person behind that. And if you look at anything to do with Lovecraft or anything to do with who is it, Huckleberry Finn, or anything to do with all these other extra problematic authors, uh, they have made some works that are extremely, notable, but their views on it are being are very horrible. But the people who are making
Hmm.
these works now in today's era, they don't, have those same views, or they are Jewish, or they are black, or they are trans. So it's kind of like that. I just have to think about the creators that are creating it now, and the set designers and the writers and directors and the actors, and really just take it with a whole grain of salt.
Hmm.
So I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
I
boycott it, but I'm gonna watch the first 2 episodes, and after that, I'm gonna be over it.
yeah,
Okay. Wait. You said you was gonna watch the first 2 episodes. You ain't gonna know how it ends. Well, we know
I
how it
know
ends, but
how it
you don't want to
ends.
see the whole journey. You don't want to see the whole journey.
I mean, if I don't like the first 2 episodes, like that's what I give shows.
Oh, I got you. I got you. I got
Yeah.
you.
But Laurence, what
Okay,
are you gonna say?
Loronta,
yeah.
what we doing?
How I feel about it, it is, and I don't like this when a lot of studios do this cash grabs. They're retelling the same story that we've already heard, we've already known, and like you said, you can't expound on the universe. Like you said, it'll be reshot, redone, different characters, be a bit more grittier. Um, so I mean,
Yeah,
it depend on the season it comes out. I might peek my head. Am I pressed for it? Not really.
Yeah, that's how I
yeah,
But
feel.
same.
I definitely but it also just like you said, casting, it just depends on who's attached to it, how they're
It's
gonna
gonna,
tell the story.
it's gonna be
It's gonna
some
be all new
TikTok
folks, ain't it?
stars. Yeah, some
Yeah,
TikTok
yeah.
stars.
Oh, not TikTok stuff.
Oh, like, but is it gonna be like when they cast that little boy as Aang in Avatar in the M Night Shyamalan movie?
Mm,
Y'all didn't like that movie?
not at all.
Huh? You liked it?
I actually saw that movie in a PAX movie hot theater.
Everybody was mad.
Dang,
And yeah, everybody was mad. But like I was
you could
like,
hear the groans.
yeah, you could hear the groans. I was like, y'all knew that the original creators weren't on this. Y'all knew that they didn't cast it correctly because y'all saw the previews. Why you acting like this? Just enjoy the movie. Like everybody in the movie theater
Nah,
knew what the critics already said,
nah.
and they still
No,
went
I
in.
didn't.
Because
I
it was
went in
like
blind.
at the point the
I went
movie
in
was
blind and hype like a dummy.
at the point the movie was made, the technology has gone so far. CGI graphics, they've gone so far. So at the point the movie was made, it's like, hey, even if you do some simple scene by scene from the original, you can get away with it. But just how
Hmm.
it
It
was
was
just so
lazy. It was
yeah.
lazy.
But for this Harry Potter trilogy, not trilogy, but series, I hope they don't do like how they did what's that, Titans? Like Titans was good to me for a second. Titans was good, but it
Yeah,
Mm.
it fell off.
Eh.
kind of fell off quick. It
Titans
fell off
was
quick.
very
Like
Titans was always like a C show, a very
yeah,
average
but
show.
it gave the first couple episodes like it gave B vibes. Like it was like B, and then like you said, it fell off to me. It fell off kind of quick. I got through season one, but I keep trying to go back through two and three. It be
Yeah. I mean, but then HBO, like they don't have a lot of shows that are bad. Like Titans is on Max, but it started off on that DC streaming service.
CW.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, the DC streaming
Hmm.
service. So, and it's
DC
made
always
by
got
the
the shit
Hmm.
same.
fucked up.
What you say?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was just saying DC always has their stuff messed up from the cinematic universe. Their animated universe is great, but everything else DC is attached to, like they just I don't know.
Yeah.
Go ahead, though. I'm
And
sorry. I'm
it's
sorry.
made by the same company or the same creators as like the Flash and Green Arrow and stuff like that. So
The Flash
I
was good
mean,
though.
it was, huh?
The Flash was good.
The Flash was good. Green Arrow was good. Like all that stuff isn't good anymore. So
Well,
it's all like in the same type of tone as those shows, and that's the main reason why the CW is bankrupt and about to be bought out and changed in the upcoming year, because of
Hmm.
things like that. But yeah, the Titan show that was on HBO Max, but I don't think that HBO is going to let anything that distinctly has their name attached to it be a bad show. Like I can't think of any bad HBO shows. I can think of shows on HBO that I don't like, but that's not
mhm.
because they are bad. But that Titan show is just bad.
It was. It was.
Yeah. So like, do y'all know all that J.K. Rowling has done, the writing of these books, and then her coming out on Twitter with all her
Yeah.
updates on the stuff, and
I
yeah.
don't know. I've been, as we've been talking, I've been like looking up tweets and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've just found like the tame stuff. So what you got, Jared?
like I just got like the main things that I remember. Like some of the things are from Twitter, but some of the things are actually in the book. Like I already mentioned the slaves in the house elves and how they were so happy, and how the only person that didn't like the house elves, like from the people who could do magic and the people who were traditionally doing magic, was Hermione Granger. And like this whole thing about the happy
Hermione didn't
slave.
like the house elves.
Yeah, she was the only one who was like, why are they here, and how much did they get paid, and like what did they get for doing all
Oh,
this
okay,
work?
okay. She's the only one that liked them. I
Yeah,
mean, I feel like everybody else is like wasn't aware.
White ignorance.
yeah, that white
Yeah. It's
ignorance.
that white ignorance.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like we know what's going on, but we don't know how it works. We
I
don't know there's
mean,
anything we can do about it.
but some people had house elves in their houses. Like there was
Yeah,
a
they know how it
whole
works.
tribe of house elves.
Draco.
Yeah, at Hogwarts. But some people like Draco Malfoy, they had house elves in their houses, a sentient being who they abused. So
Mm-hmm.
like
Used to kick his
house elf
ass.
abuse wasn't abnormal in the
Mm-hmm.
wizarding world, and everybody just turned a blind eye or laughed at it. So that was one of the things I noticed. And the other things was the goblins. They
Mm-hmm.
had a lot of parallels to the Jewish people, and like
Mm.
the
I definitely thought
anti-Semitism.
they hold the
Yeah,
coin.
yeah, they hold the coin, and they were these small, greedy, um, they
All
had
about
big hook nose and
yeah.
beady little eyes. Like they had a lot of things that were harmful to Jewish people, and they had a lot of stereotypes that were used in Holocaust era propaganda that were a part
Like
of the,
what?
like their beady eyes, their them
Mm.
liking money, and them liking hoarding money, and them
Okay.
having hook noses. They all
What they were
had.
saying at one point in Germany, like being a banker wasn't, really a nobleman's job or like really a job of high status. That's how,
Mm.
all the Jews over the next thing you know, why the only ones working at the bank? Well, that's because that's something y'all didn't want to do for real. And why
Mm-hmm.
they
Mm-hmm.
on and then that's how the, one of the but go ahead, Jay, go ahead.
Yeah, and the last thing I just wanted to bring up that I didn't really like was how they treated centaurs. And they actually do this in the game. And that's probably why I turned the game off, because it kind of turned me off. But they treat the
Mm.
centaurs like how Americans treat the Native Americans. Like
Oh
like
man.
it's
Mm-hmm.
obvious that they are a sentient creature. They have an absurd amount of intelligence. They know how to work the land and the land's magic, but still the wizards slaughter these centaurs. They slaughter the places around them. There's a lot of racism with the centaurs and how um they treat them, even though like the centaurs were saving the kids from the spiders in the forest, and they were
Mm-hmm.
helping the kids with the patronus and getting things together. So I mean, it just doesn't make any sense how the wizarding world treats these other creatures that are sentient, that necessarily can't fight back. And then in the game, there's this whole thing about how goblins can't have wands. But I'm like, why do goblins not get to have wands, but people get to have wands when they are a sentient creature, when they have intelligence, when they know what they are, when they look into a mirror? Like, why can't they manipulate magic the same way you manipulate magic when they are, you know, uh,
Yeah.
uh, as
So
powerful, it could be as powerful as you could be.
so I've been listening to y'all talk about these uh racial relations in this book and within this franchise as far as the characters. Um and I just want us all to be careful about how we draw parallels between fictional races and actual races in the real world. And granted, there can definitely be similarities. There can definitely be inspiration pulled from the real world that goes into these books and into this fictional stuff. But just like we had the conversation about D&D and how people are mad that like orcs are called orcs and they're traditionally dumb and they are usually strong and only good for whatever, and elves are usually beautiful. Just like we had that conversation, I think we need to apply some of that logic to this conversation because a goblin is a fake creature. And in like if I've seen 1,000 renditions of goblins and 999 of them, they have hook noses, they have pointy ears, they have beady eyes, and they like money. Like is that a Jewish person? I don't know that many Jewish people. I don't know. But that is definitely what I have come to know as a goblin.
Uh-oh,
Um,
right. Well, maybe the invention of a
and
goblin.
so and so with centaurs, with the centaur thing, is I don't know. That doesn't like the way you describe it makes it feel, I guess, kind of like Native American, but I don't know, man. I can't. It's hard for me to be completely on y'all side with this. If you spin the story the way y'all spun it, I have to say, like, oh yeah, it's wrong for them to be racist and apply these the same stereotypes to these races that they are drawing those. If J.K. Rowling was writing intentionally with those parallels, I got to be on y'all side, but all this stuff is made up, bro.
But
How do you kill a? One of my favorite quotes is like, "How do you kill a vampire?" And the answer is, you kill a vampire however the fuck you want because they don't exist for real.
yeah, but in this fantasy world that
Is
she
that a new
made,
mic?
no, that's the same like I've always had. In this
Uh,
fantasy world that J.K. Rowling has made, you know, in the late 90s, she made the goblins have extreme intelligence, like in Goblin Slayer, in D&D, in
Goblins
all
have
these.
intelligence in D&D,
Can,
varying levels, mind you, but they do.
can I finish my statement, please?
Yeah, but I'm gonna help you be more accurate.
But I haven't said anything yet.
You done said plenty.
So in all these things, they do not traditionally have the intelligence that the goblins in the Harry Potter world traditionally have. Like the goblins in the Harry Potter world have traditionally been a force to be reckoned with. Like they have always been this amazing, intelligent, sentient being, and they are so intelligent, they actually let the goblins hold and keep all of their money and all their valuables. So there has never been an archetype of uh, a goblin character that has had as much intelligence, sentience that they have in Harry Potter, and that has always been that intelligent and sentient in the series. So I think that with her knowing about the things that happened in the Holocaust, because she, what it was an adult in the 90s, she has some education. With her knowing these things, she just drew on a parallel that was common to her with those stereotypes, and she just let them fly and let them be what they were, a racist.
Is J.K. Rowling a racist in real life? Maybe. I don't know. Is is there racism in her stories? Yes, definitely. Do those two things correlate? How do we know? How do we draw that conclusion?
I mean, they're her
How do
books.
we They are her books. They are her books.
She
But
wrote them by
I'm
herself.
not I'm not I am not a racist. But if I write a book about slavery, am I then racist? Do I want black people to go back to being slaves? No. But it's a compelling story. Is the
Mm,
how many times did Leonardo DiCaprio say nigga in Django?
mm.
That
Is he a
wasn't him.
racist
That
now?
was Quentin Tarantino.
Is he a racist now?
Quentin
He did
Tarantino,
it. He did it. And then Quentin Tarantino wrote this shit or directed it or whatever. Are they
yeah,
are they
he
all
wrote it.
racist?
He wrote it. The thing about Quentin Tarantino, he loves saying the N word.
Yeah.
Quentin
He loves
Quentin
Tarantino
seeing
Tarantino
your
loves
word
saying
and
it.
feet. Yeah.
he
He loves saying it,
does.
or he loves writing it for other people to say.
Listen, me a little background about that man. He's when he was growing up, he had a single mom and she was dating. She not always dated black guys, but a couple of black guys will put him like when Superfly came out. So this is Quentin Tarantino as a young white boy. Oh, that's so cool.
Mm.
And so that like that, black being cool to him. And then he as he get older, I can't say it, but guess who can? Samuel Jackson can. That's the best
Yeah.
motherfucker to say it. Hold on, come here. So
Okay. So he loves writing it for other people to say.
and then he said it himself. He wrote it. He wrote it multiple like in the movie. In the movie, he definitely said the N word.
I mean,
But
okay, but where do we draw the line between racist and acting?
okay.
Acting, no.
And then
Racism,
where do we draw the line between? And then that's before we get too far on off of that, where do we draw the line between racist and writing a storytelling?
when there is a when you do it consistently multiple times without there ever being a positive outcome to the race that
I'm writing
you
the
are.
same story in J.K. Rowling's place. I'm writing the same story, and this
Right.
story
And
ain't about
there are seven
how the
books.
goblins rebel against the wizards and get their freedom. No, the story's about Harry Potter and
Okay.
how he faces his destiny.
And there are seven books, and in each of those seven books, the house elves are slaves. The goblins are,
The books ain't about the house elves.
I mean, it
I'm
it
not
it,
saying it's
it
right or
as I'm
wrong. I'm just
saying,
saying the way y'all looking at it.
and as I'm
Yeah,
saying,
I'm just saying the way y'all might not be looking at it the right way.
there was
There's a,
a
there's a different perspective to take here.
consistency in her thinking. She was very,
I would I would be more concerned if like in the first book I'm reading, they're like, oh, house elves, they slaves, cool. In the second book, all the elves are free, but there's no explanation as to how it got that way. It's just like, oh, public opinion shifted, so I just wrote it different. It's like this book ain't consistent no more. This is what are we doing here?
I mean, yeah, she could have had a whole part of the book about how, the house elves found freedom.
But that's not what it's about, bruh.
I
But
mean,
that's not
there
what it's
were
about.
multiple
And
characters
there was a
in that
there was a
book.
little there was a little there was a little there was a little one house elf that got their freedom in that book.
Well, there were two,
And I'm sure there
Dobby
were
and
multiple.
the
I didn't read all the books.
Malfoys house elf. But
I thought Dobby was the Malfoy's house elf.
Dobby was the house elf of Hogwarts, right?
Nah, Dobby was the Malfoy's house elf.
I thought it was that person that didn't have an eye.
I don't know about that.
Let me see. Who is the Malfoy's house elf?
He asking
Oh,
Siri,
it's
y'all.
Dobby. It's Dobby.
Yeah,
True,
I heard
true.
Dobby.
Yeah, I haven't read these books in a while or seen these movies. I just read them through
Yeah,
once. I haven't gone back,
but but
yeah.
yeah, I mean, so like, I don't know, man. Y'all kind of punish her for not writing the story that you want to hear. Don't read her books.
No,
But
it's not a
on that,
punishment.
go ahead.
It's not a
I mean, y'all
punishment.
trying to y'all
She
talking down on her.
Because
Talk down on her about some real shit.
she's a horrible lady. She's a horrible
Yeah,
lady.
but I'm not arguing with that. But say she's a horrible lady for the real shit that affects real life, not for her stories not being the way, not being all sunshine and roses, and everybody's happy and free.
Do you not think that racism and anti-Semitism affect us today in real life?
Yeah, but I prefer to deal with those issues in real life as opposed to trying to pick those issues out of a story.
I think that those issues should, you know, I think that any good author
You
will pick
you
things out of
prefer
their
you
real
prefer
life.
that we
No, I think any good author will pick things out of real life that they want to discuss and we'll
Mhm.
discuss them in real life. They'll make metaphors and parallels and similes to things in real life. And I think that's what
Yeah,
she did.
absolutely.
I think that's
Okay.
what she did.
But I don't think that means that I don't think that that is enough room for us to say she believes that that Jewish people are greedy and have beady eyes and hook noses and whatever else and are small people. I don't believe that is room to, I don't think that is room enough for us to say that she believes that Native Americans should all be slaughtered, killed, and have their land stolen, even though they can they're better at working the land or what have you. I don't think, you know,
Well, judging
I don't
from
think I don't think
her
that's enough room.
well, judging from her recent tweets about trans people
There we go.
and about
Now we talking about her real thoughts in the real world. Let's talk about her real tweets about real shit.
everything that's happening, I think that she's a very small-minded person. But with her tweeting that, um, the penis individual who raped you is a woman, and um, about
Wait a minute,
being,
what?
she said that war, oh shoot, let me read the whole thing. She
Mm-hmm.
said that war is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength, and the penis individual who raped you is a woman. From she retweeted a Times article talking about the absurdity of police logging rapists as women. And it goes, police have been criticized for saying they will record rapes by offenders with male genitalia as being committed by a woman, which is a absurd article. But she actually retweeted this with another absurd thought from her. She
Okay.
said,
Before you get into her thought, can we just summarize what you just said? Because what it sounds like to me is that the police reported there a crime happened where somebody was raped, and the way they wrote the report is that the person who did the raping with their penis was a woman.
so I'm going to the article now. No, let me close this
That's what
out.
it sounded like to me. Laurent, what did it sound like to you?
I'm trying to get a grasp on things. I do see the tweets. I did kind of run through them. I ran through a different set. And
Saying
we'll
I got a
go
different set too, but I'm interested in this one
we'll go
about
my set. Yeah,
the woman raping folks with her penis.
mine's
If
deals
that
so
is
with her trans statements. It was a couple statements she made, and
all right now,
yeah, go ahead.
and did you find it, Jerry?
No, I have
You
it right
ready?
here. I'm trying
Oh,
to
go ahead, go
All
ahead.
right, you
Jay.
ready?
Back to your
You ready?
point.
I'm
Back to
trying to
your point.
get the ad to go away so I can
Oh, you know
continue
how to do
Okay.
reading
those.
it.
Why he working with that ad, man? I think that people like to be outraged. I'm not speaking on J.K. Rowling and her tweets and that whole thing specifically. However, I do think people like to take things out of context and then say and be outraged, create a movement about it for their 15 minutes of fame because they want to feel like that they are changing the world. It's very selective. It's very superficial. I don't think that people are as mad. People as a whole, individuals, you can make your own decisions on a case by case basis. But I think people as a whole just want to be. They just want to feel like they a part of something, man. They want to be a part of the angry mob. You ready, Jerry?
So, wait, let me just ask. You think that
Man, I gave you a whole another 10 seconds to get that shit together. Come on.
no. I know I have to ask something about this, and I do. Oh my god. All right. Oh my god.
Okay.
Um, and I do have to ask this. So, you think that people being outraged on things like the Breonna Taylor murder is absurd?
Mhm.
Or it's just
I did
people
not say that.
wanting to be a part of a group and to be uh
No, I didn't say that either.
outraged to be a part of
You're
something.
you're twisting my words and taking them out of context and
Okay, no,
throwing them all over the
I'm
place.
asking, I'm asking.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm what my statement is not to say that there are not legitimate things that people should be outraged about, like Breonna Taylor, like some of the other black murders that happened, some of like trans people being killed in the streets or whatever. Like these are actual things to be outraged about. However, not however, scratch that part. And there are times when someone says, for instance, the dude who created Timberland, there was a whole moment in time where folks were like, "Oh, he's a racist. He said that he don't want black people to buy his shoes." that he don't like black people, he a racist, he hate them, don't buy Timberlands no more. Then you go and look at what he actually said. He said, when I created Timberlands, I never thought that a work boot would be popular among African American people, which is completely different. And I don't think is an outrageous. I don't think it is a statement worthy of outrage. The outrage that it received, because there was like a whole thing about not buying Timberlands for like a good year because of that statement, and it turned out to be taken completely out of context and twisted, and people ran along with it. And I think that happens a lot. Is that what's happening with J.K. Rowling? Let's find out. Let's dig into it.
No, because you actually have what she actually said. She went on the podcast and restated her statements about.
Is this about the penis thing? Is this about the woman with the penis or not, Jerry? That's what we here for. That's what we've been waiting on. And you taking us down another pathway.
Okay, let me just go into this and then I'll go back to
summarize that article
she said
that you brought up.
The article says police have been criticized for saying they will record rapes by offenders with male genitalia as being committed by women if the attacker identifies as a female.
Here, stop. Hold on. Let's address this. Let's just figure out where we stand on this. Should we acknowledge and address people by their chosen gender? Blanket statement, blanket question in general. Loronta, go.
When you speak out in the wrong way, certain folks, you get messed up. So I feel like it's a combination of things. I think of it as I think of, what do you have right now? You got an Audi, and then sometimes they want to be somebody. Anybody can want to be called someone, So I respect that as well. I do respect that as well. So whatever you say you are, I respect that. But it's still like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, with this whole situation, I'm still not abreast. Y'all have been talking about it.
Well, we ain't talking about this situation specifically, but we just a general question in general.
Yeah, whatever.
Should you address people by their chosen gender, their chosen pronouns, etc., etc.?
Whatever they prefer, yeah. And that for me, that's just,
I agree with you.
We communicate, we talk. I just, whatever you, boom, boom, boom. But I don't gotta know. But I would like, hey, if they, you know what I'm saying?
It's like, oh, you a her? You a woman? Some of us need fans. That's what you say. You want to know?
Definitely not.
You want to know? That's what you said.
No.
You said you want to know.
No. And it's not like, just that need to put in the Bible. It's not going, it's going to end my life. I got to know. Nah, man. Everybody live their life, man. It's America.
But I'm curious though. And right, Loronta? That's what you saying?
Not too curious. I can put two and two together. I
can see them hairs on your chin.
I think
a lot of women grow hair.
I think that with this tweet, with her saying that war is peace, is two opposites, freedom is slavery, two opposites, ignorance is strength, two opposites, the penis individual who raped you is a woman, two opposites. You are taking away the identity of that person, or the chosen identity of that person, because of how you personally feel.
Yeah, I mean, but it, and also, I mean, I think, I was still reacting to that article, and that it is a bit, it sounds ridiculous. It feels ridiculous to me that this individual with the penis raped a woman. Like, to hear it out loud is like, what? Mm-hmm. It's like, what? A woman with a penis raped a woman? So, and it takes me a moment to wrap my head around that and be like, oh, okay, all right.
So
to understand what's going on.
So they were doing some clickbaity things with that, but J.K. Rowling's response of just making those these two opposing words, and to then be like, the penis individual who raped you, one thing, is a woman another, and making that whole conversation happen on Twitter that day, that's very problematic. and that's not right.
Mhm.
She should have just said, I don't agree with this. Maybe we should talk about this, or help me to understand this, instead of
Mhm.
the penis individual who raped you as a woman.
But that's what
Making
the
it
police
seem
wrote.
like no, but making it seem like the world is going topsy turvy, everything is wrong because this trans person exists.
Mm.
That's not what I understood. That's not what I understood from that statement. But I see what you're saying.
Mm.
I do. So I guess is J.K. Rowling's whole thing just being like transphobic or against trans people? Is that her whole negative stick, or are there
She
other
she has a
things that
lot
she's
of
also spoken
tweets.
against?
She has a lot of tweets about trans people, a lot of tweets about, um, pronouns, a lot of tweets about,
Mm.
same
So
sex
it's
attraction.
yeah. I seen some of the ones I was saying attraction. So I want to ask this: is there a difference between sex and gender?
Yes, those are two different words. It means two different
Okay.
things.
Okay. Cool. Established. So can someone's gender identity be woman and their sexual identity be man?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Asking for clarity for myself,
Yeah.
and and hopefully a few others, hopefully a few listeners that y'all feel a little more clarity as well. So
Yeah.
gender is what you want to be, sex is what you are or born with.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Okay,
Sex.
that's how I understood it, and I just needed some clarity. To if I was off base, I hope y'all feel comfortable enough to be like, hey, DeMarcus, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sex is usually the biological or the physiological of males
Mm-hmm.
or females, and gender is a socially constructed characteristics of
Mm-hmm.
women and males. So
Mm.
you have sex,
Mm-hmm.
males
Mm-hmm.
and females, gender, women and males. So someone's gender
So sex
identity,
is. Mm-hmm.
yeah, someone's gender
Oh,
identity is totally different from them having sex with somebody or their sexual identity.
so so sex is XY chromosome, have a penis, male. XX chromosome, have a vagina, mammary glands, female. Gender identity is boys wear pink. I mean, boys wear blue. Girls wear pink. Girls are feminine. Men are masculine.
Mm.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
To my limited understanding of these
Men
issues,
chop the wood. Women cook the dinner.
yeah, men have a whole bunch of babies, and women um take out the trash.
What?
So yeah, but that's with my
Men have a whole
limited.
bunch of babies and women take out the trash. Is that what you
I
said?
don't know what men and women are different. I've never really subscribed to those thinkings, but like, and honestly, I don't have
Yeah.
any trans friends that I can discuss this with. So I'm like taking my knowledge
Mm-hmm.
of things from like podcasts and articles and tweets. So from what I understand what it is what I said. But do y'all have any trans friends? Let me just ask that.
Mm.
Man, I'm trying to think. When you said that you don't have any, I was like, damn, do I have any trans
I
friends?
think I know we might know some folks from school. One guy played trombone. And I think he's trans. I don't know if he's
Play
for real.
trombone at him? Oh,
That in his transition or they. I'll say they. But that's somebody that we all know, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't
he's not
know.
my
And
friend. Like,
then, yeah, I wouldn't call him my friend. Haven't spoken
yeah,
to him in years.
like
Not a
his
bad.
number's not in my phone.
I
So,
haven't spoken to them. Yeah, his number actually
Somebody,
or
might be, but
there,
only because from back when their number. Yeah.
someone who played piccolo as well.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah,
Monica.
they were my year. Yeah, but she go by something else now, or they go by something else.
Oh,
I think that he
No,
goes
no,
by
no. I'm
he,
talking
him
damn,
about. Oh,
pronouns.
hey,
damn.
pause recording real quick. Pause.
Resume podcast. As I said,
Okay,
I do
Zoom. Go
not
ahead. Go ahead.
have any trans friends that I like talk to or text or tweet or
Yeah, I don't have any close trans friends. I've met
yeah,
trans people. You don't keep in touch, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah.
And if I do have trans friends out there, and I'm blanking on you, I'm sorry.
Sheesh, they must not be real friends.
I mean, shit, they must not have called me in a while.
Do
Or either I
you
don't know they trans, or I
do
don't know they trans. We might not be that close for
so
them to
do
have to
you
reveal that
feel
information to.
so do you feel that you have to know that they're trans?
No, not at all.
No, not at
But
all.
in order to answer this question,
But some
I
stuff
would
is
need
very.
to know that they were trans for me to be like, yeah, I got trans friends. Like now, I got to say none that I'm aware of.
Okay, so let me ask Loronta a question right now. Loronta,
Hmm.
you see
Yep.
this fine girl.
Mm-hmm.
You hear that she is trans,
Yeah.
and
Here,
you have already
like we all.
and you've already talked to her. You already exchanged numbers. You're feeling like she is this bad somebody who is trying to get with you. Do
I
you
You
still
don't
wanted
know.
talk
to
to her?
pursue.
I don't think if I because I like, well, that's what I like. I do like though, like they are upfront. So I've actually approached a woman because y'all know like tall women. So I approached a woman, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm trans." I'm like, "Oh, that's what's up." And I did a respectful thing, kept the conversation. But at least she was straight up. But I was like, that's not really, no shame to it. But I'm all right on it, So
Not what I'm looking for. Yeah,
right.
that's real.
I kept respect. It wasn't no discuss. Nah, it's like okay, that's what's up. I couldn't even tell, but we was talking.
So
And
do you
did
like
you say that? Did you say, "Oh damn, I couldn't tell"?
No,
Did
I ain't
you
say
say
that.
that?
I ain't want to be rude. I ain't want to be rude. I kept it, like I said, I kept it. Make sure I was like, okay, let's keep it respectful. I don't want to make saying this person feel uncomfortable because if you live in your truth, it's I can only imagine what's going on over there. So
so after you knew about this, did she still like because you were attracted to her? That's why you went up to her. Uh
yeah. That's why I
were
told
you
her. I heard you talk. All right, back out.
were you still at least physically attracted to this person, or did all the attraction did like she just did like this new veil come over your eyes? You were just like,
No,
that's
it
a
was
man.
like I said. I was like, okay, because I guess she had work done. But I mean, so okay. But I was like, I'm all right on it. Because I don't know how far along. Like I said, in the process, some folks still got everything, got more than me now. Hey, back up.
Hey, once both swords come out, it's like, oh, it's a
Yeah,
duel.
right. Yeah, like I said, I don't want to make it a joking matter because it's a very serious matter, and I'm a joking guy, but I
Why can't we
definitely
joke about these things, man?
because
I
man,
think
I
the way
mean,
certain people clip stuff and post it, he said he'll fuck a tranny. Oh, whoa, hey, hold on. Like I just
but
we
is
kept.
that so bad? If
I
somebody
mean,
did
it's
say
not my
that,
preference. It's not my preference. It's not my.
Loronta, you prefer your partners to have vaginas, right?
Yeah, born with them.
oh, born with them.
To be
Okay,
born with vaginas. Ah, he cleaned it up.
okay.
he, he tightened it up.
But look,
But there are a lot of straight guys who are
uh,
really enjoying their time
and
being spent with trans people
that is okay. There's
openly
nothing wrong with that.
nowadays.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm standing
Yeah.
on that. There's nothing wrong with that. By all means. By all
Yeah.
means. I ain't
I want to
nothing
get
wrong.
back to
Thank
my
you.
bad.
Please.
I didn't want to cut you off, but I want to get back to some. I want to get back to some
What?
J.K. Rowling tweets.
Not
Not
thank
so
you.
far as a track. What time? How long are we recording?
I
Hold
want
on.
to. I want to get back to some J.K. Rowling tweets, y'all.
Yeah, we gotta wrap this up
Let me see.
because
Let me
we
see.
don't.
Because I saw a good one. I saw a good one. That I wanna bring to the table.
Out of pocket,
Boom, boom,
man.
boom, boom.
Jesus.
All right. So she said. Let me just double check this.
I am gonna clip that out, and that's gonna be a clip. But you don't repost the clip, so I guess it don't matter.
I repost them, and I'm gonna tag them this time.
Oh, no, y'all.
But she says, if sex isn't real, there is no same-sex attraction. If sex isn't real, the lived reality of women globally is erased. Um, she goes on to say, I know and love trans people, but erasing the concept of sex removes the ability of many to meaningfully discuss their lives. It isn't hate speak. It isn't hate to speak the truth.
Mm.
What do y'all take from that?
I
That
mean, no, go ahead.
doesn't that to me does not feel like hate speech.
I mean, sex is real. And what she said
Yes,
in the past was hateful towards trans people.
this is 2020. What year should I be looking at?
I
We ain't gonna have
mean,
no time for questions.
yeah, no, we're doing questions. That's the best
Hey,
part. I'm just gonna have to cut some of
hey,
these out.
JK too problematic, man. We got to
But
talk about it.
but yeah, they, you know, she really just goes on about there's no same-sex attraction, but there is same-sex attraction. Same-sex attraction has been
Yeah.
um uh
Well, she didn't say that there was no same-sex attraction. She said if sex is not real, there is no same-sex attraction.
so she's just confusing sex and gender. Like she doesn't know the
I
difference
mean,
between words. As an author, she doesn't know the difference between words. So
I think she because she repeated it multiple times. She said if sex isn't real, then this other thing. And then she says again, if sex isn't real, then this other thing. If sex isn't real, removes the ability for complex conversations or something. I'm paraphrasing. But that's that's not the same as her saying like people can't choose their gender or people can't be trans.
but I just want to know who said that sex wasn't real though.
I mean, I don't know. This is not a. I didn't have. I've had an individual tweet taken out of context. I didn't. I'm not going through that Twitter feed. That's your
Yeah.
job. You the man to do
I'm
that.
the researcher. Yeah,
You
she
that's what you said in the tenth episode extravaganza. You said that you bring the facts and the so you claim that role.
well, I don't play it very well because I
So
don't
she
know
was
what
standing up
she's.
for people who menstruate, and I'm sure there used to be a word for those. And so that was like that's where it kind of started. She was really
Yeah.
standing on her womanhood, and so women feel like some of their rights are being, they can't even you can't even say woman or mother. You got to say birthing mom or something like that, and that just kind of she feel like that's kind of taken away from her. She's like majority of her upbringing, her life was shaped by being a woman. Like just because she
Mm-hmm.
was a woman, certain things happened to her that wouldn't have happened if she was a man, and vice versa. There's certain stuff that happened as a man
Mm-hmm.
that we want, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I think that's what she kind of trying to stand on that, but in that she kind of exposing her ignorance on the situation, and it
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
and
And,
it, you
go ahead. I'm sorry.
no go ahead.
I
That's
don't mean
what it's like from the handful of tweets I'm seeing, but
so,
as long as she's not
I think I
saying
saw that one too, where she talked about the menstruating,
Mm-hmm.
yeah that's what
the
I'm
people who
seeing.
menstruate.
Where she
But
was retweeting an
I think there
article.
I think there are a lot of women who feel that way. A lot of cisgender women feel like their womanhood is being infringed upon by trans women. Um, and that's really all I got on that. I'm not a woman in either aspect, so
I mean, a lot of women's entire bodies are being infringed upon by the United States government. A lot of women's entire bodies and
why are you
in their.
deflecting? We ain't talking
No,
about
I'm
we
not
weren't talking about the
deflecting.
government.
I'm not deflecting. But if women are really going to worry about trans people, how trans people see themselves or identify themselves, they have a lot of time that they need to be worried about these other issues. They need to start worrying about how the government is treating their bodies and if they can have the right to choose what is inside growing in their bodies like a parasite, or they should try to make these female products that are the same as male products, those prices go
Y'all heard
down
it here
because
first,
that's
y'all.
the.
Jared said babies are parasites.
They are. They really are. They are
Heard
literally
this shit?
parasites. They feed off your body. They feed off your
Wow.
nutrients.
You used to be a baby. You was growing inside of someone at one point.
I wasn't there. And if there are no pictures, then it didn't
What?
happen.
What?
If there are no pictures, then it didn't happen. But yeah, I think that women who talk about or think that their rights are being infringed upon aren't really thinking about the issues that really should concern them. like their right to choose, the cost of feminine products, these main issues that are in the government right now here in America that are really affecting them. So they have a lot of time on their hands. And I guess that everything that is infringing on their bodies is okay. Because if you're going to
That's
worry
selective
about trans
outrage.
people, yeah, like if you're going to worry about trans people when all this other stuff is happening to you, that doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm not a woman either, so, and I don't identify as one. But people call me girl
You know?
sometimes. But when I go to the
I know you don't.
drive-through, people do call me girl, ma'am.
They call you ma'am, and you accept
Yeah.
it.
I mean, it's been happening so long. Like,
You should correct them. Nah, I mean,
no,
I've
I
been
do. I
mistaken
do
for.
if I'm mad.
I'm a man, damn it.
See, and
I'm a boy, Damon.
that's why I don't do the RDO call when I'm
Why not?
out.
Hey.
I would sound so unmasculine. It's a very masculine call.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Red dog.
But no, I've been mistaken for a woman because I've often had long hair, so I get mistaken for a woman. I always quit people
hell
quickly.
no. Hell no,
Like, hey,
dude.
hey, hey,
They
hey,
think
hey,
you're
hey.
walking. Yeah, hell no.
I mean, like when I was in high school, when I had
Oh,
a
okay,
more
okay.
slender build,
Oh, okay,
when I had a
okay.
more slender build,
Yeah, I
and
get
I
it.
would hang out with a lot of girls, and you see us off from the back. It's like, oh, all 5 of these people got long hair. What's up, ladies? I'm
Oh,
like, hey, 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 I'm a man.
yeah, high school. I say grown DeMarcus. Hell no.
Grown? No, shoulders too broad.
Yeah, I was about to say, come on.
Biceps too big.
God damn. Hey, some women, yes, they are.
Kind of
But we
funny.
gonna see.
All right, carry on to your next
But
part.
bringing it full circle, y'all.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, bringing it full circle. You know what I'm saying? I want to be hyped for Harry Potter stuff. Y'all let us know what y'all think. Is J.K. Rowling problematic? You know, should they be canceled? Because I feel like it used to be easy to cancel people. Now it's getting harder. Because J.K. Rowling's still been going strong, even though it's all this hate for.
I mean, she has more money than
Are
the
y'all gonna
queen,
watch the Harry
so
Potter stuff?
I'll watch the first 2 episodes. I mean,
I
the
think
first
I
two
saw her net worth
episodes
was like $1 billion.
or more.
Yeah,
I feel it.
yeah. Are y'all? I mean, but
And
Damn.
and every
to the
year,
audience, to the listeners, are y'all gonna watch the new Harry Potter series? Y'all have y'all played Hogwarts Legacy? Do y'all plan to play it? I don't really plan to play it. I ain't pressed. If it's ever free in the PlayStation Store, I might fuck with it.
Mm.
But if it's free though, so it's gonna be a few years for y'all hear me talk about playing it.
you haven't played nothing in a while. You haven't logged on in a while.
I was playing Ark the Lad the other night.
Ark the Lad. Let's get off this.
All
Yeah, that's
right,
it.
let's
We're
take a
gonna
break, y'all.
go and come up with everybody's favorite parts. Finally, the questions.
And then count it down. 3, 2, 1. All right, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's time for y'all's favorite portion of the pod where we answer our questions from our listeners, such as yourself. Once again, you can submit questions at any time, 24/7, 365. Shit, send two on Sunday. The Instagram is Black Geek Energy, as well as the TikTok. The Twitter is BGE_pod. And the Gmail is blackgeekenergy@gmail.com. So really quick, I'm going to dive on in it. First question up from Mike. Mike from Alabama asks, who do you think is an overrated anime character and why?
Goku.
Boom. First off, Goku. Okay.
Yeah, he
Goku.
is overrated. He is
Goku.
overrated. Man, he was good like in Dragon Ball.
20 years ago.
Great. In Dragon Ball, great. In the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, great. Something happened. Something happened between beating Frieza and dying and getting killed by Cell or killing himself to beat Cell. Something happened. It all went wrong.
Yeah.
They didn't. They were supposed to pass the torch to Gohan, but they saw they could
And
make
they
more
did
money
not.
off of Goku. They could make
Yeah.
way more money off Goku, so they kind of,
Because Goku already had that fan base.
yeah, feel me. He's been building it, and we can't just kill off the lead character. And but yeah, Gohan was my favorite guy. But yeah, I definitely give it to Goku easily,
Easily.
Because
easily.
then nobody fuck with Gohan no more after that man went to school. We was like, man, you gonna go to school and become a regular nigga like us? Fuck
Yeah,
that.
because him and Sandman was like kind of me. I'm like, bro, how you gonna be about regular niggas with masks? You just killed Cell that trash. If you
Yo, they
don't fuck
just
me,
shot you and you hurt.
come on. I don't care if you ain't fought in six
Oh.
years. You the shit you did to Cell with one arm. Come on, nigga.
Um,
All right, all right, all right.
who else? Who else is overrated? I think
Who's that pirate dude from One Piece?
Luffy.
Oh,
I've never
Luffy.
seen that show, but he seems like a little whiny baby.
oh, nah,
He,
far
He
from it.
nah. He not at all. You ain't never seen Luffy cry a day in your life. He cried one time, and that's when his brother died in his face. That's it.
listen,
Um,
I've never seen it. But Luffy for me.
damn. But Goku was a good one. Goku was a good one. I can't think of
I
one
think that's the
to
best one.
outdo that.
He's like always, like, no matter what, he gonna come back and he just gotta try a little harder. He
It's
gonna get
completely overrated. Uh, Shit, I gotta look at my Crunchyroll, see, get some inspiration.
all right. We'll circle back. We'll circle back. All right. Follow up
Right.
question: who is the most humble anime character in your opinion? Who's the most humble anime character in y'all opinion?
In
Uh,
my opinion, there's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It was Asta, but from Asta's from Black Clover.
Yeah.
He was until he started being like, I'm the only one who can defeat this person, or I'm the only one who could do this, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and I just looked him up, and season 2 has been airing, and I'm so mad I haven't been watching. I'm about to go binge watch it right now. But Ranking of Kings, Boji is the most humblest,
oh yeah.
amazing character. If y'all don't know, Boji is deaf and mute, and his dad dies. So he's just trying to find out what's happening in his kingdom, and he has to go on this quest. He doesn't want to go. He just wants to stay at home, and he gains all this power. He gains all these friends, but he really just wants to be home, and he cries every episode. But it's not like that crybaby crying where the power of friendship solves everything. It's like, he's 6 years old. He's
Mm.
6. So um Boji really just wants to be home and play and laugh and be with his friends, and he doesn't want to be a hero, but he uh gets thrust into these situations where he is a hero, and it's the most heartbreaking story of white people. Like, it's so heartbreaking, and there are demons, and there are um uh uh different kingdoms, and there are death like every episode. And yeah, I think that Ranking of Kings, Boji, this guy is the most humblest character in all of anime, because he doesn't want to do it. He's not even the first one to draw his blade. And like, usually in a fight, he usually lets himself be hit. He's like, we can still talk this out. So
Mm.
he really is the most humble anime character that I know.
Mm.
I think for me, my most humble character is Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. Because
Mm.
like and the reason I say he's the most humble, because he's actually like legit powerful. Like one of the most powerful folks. And like, but whenever they're like, Tanjiro, man, you doing it all, he be like, hey, I'm only able to do what I do because y'all help me out. I got people beside me, my man Hanazuka make my sword. I got my man Boarhead and Sleepy Lightning next to me. They, if without them, I couldn't do what I do. So I just appreciate y'all for coming out, and he's even empathetic to the demons he kills. He's like, yo, he's like, you just wanted a friend this whole time. He's like, oh man, you just upset that your daddy left when you was little, and then take care of the family, so you had to step up. He's like, I feel you, bro. Yeah. Tanjiro's the most humble man, most humble and most compassionate.
I would say
Mm.
most compassionate, but not most humble. He really does
Nah, the
leap
most
into
humble
these
man.
battles. He really does leap into these battles. He gets his
Cause he
sister.
has to.
No, he doesn't have to. He can go chill somewhere. He
I
can go
forgot to
chill
mention, yeah,
somewhere.
his demon sister. His
Yeah.
demon sister.
And
Nah, this is his job though. He a demon slayer. This is what they pay him to do. If he don't do it, a man that don't work don't eat, and he hungry.
well, I don't think that he is not humble. And he's definitely not the strongest because he spent the first two
He's not the
episodes
strongest.
of
I
this
just say he's
season
powerful.
in the hospital
I just said
recovering.
I just said he's powerful. After he whooped one of them, a strong man behind with help, with
Not
help,
with help, exactly, not by
with help,
himself.
not by himself,
With
with help.
help.
Good night.
But he about to slice up this. He about to slice up this new man by himself though. Whoever he fight, this man he fighting
The
now.
four,
Cause
the emotions
yeah,
man.
he about to run that man.
Again, not by himself though.
Nah, cause everybody else they off doing other shit. And then the dude with the gun, he realized he couldn't hack it, so he's like, Tanjiro, come back.
Mm.
But his sister's still there.
Yeah, his sister is helping out. Is she though? Is she helping right now? Because I think she was like
Yes.
last time we saw her, she was like trapped up under a house or something.
But I will say that this season of Demon Slayer is amazing.
She has been helping though. She has been helping.
Mm-hmm.
Loronta, who's the most humble?
I was trying my hardest to think. Person that came to mind outside of this season, I was gonna say Deku from My Hero Academia. Because he's the strong, he's like really quiet, like
Deku
really
is humble.
he's
Deku is humble.
like, but outside,
No,
like I said,
he's not. We
outside
just
of
had
this
a whole
season,
episode.
outside of this past season, he was on his it's all me. But before that, up until that, like he'll be, he'll be real chill, real quiet about it because he didn't have powers this whole time. Now, granted, he got the greatest power of all, but before that, like
And
he was.
and even him being on his me type shit, it ain't like, oh, I'm the strongest man. It's like I don't want nobody else to get hurt. And I've seen too many folks get hurt trying
Right.
to jump in this thing with me. So I'm gonna take it all on my own shoulders.
I mean, that's not being humble. That's being heroic. And in fact, that's the like opposite of being humble because he feels that he's
That's
the
not
only one who
that
can do it. And
that
he was
specific
rescuing
example is
people.
not being humble. You're
And he was
correct.
rescuing people when he was powerless to even do anything about it. So he's not. He is not humble at all. He goes in there trying to fight everybody, and then he doesn't try to stop anything from going down. So
he's humble, man. He a humble Joe.
He's not more
What's the
humble
last
than
question,
Boji.
Lord?
Humble servant.
What's the last one?
All right. Time to switch it up. Time for the last question. This is a trivia question. Let's see if these two guys can answer. I was gonna say, I don't know what I was gonna say, but let's see if these two guys can answer the question.
Wolverine and Cyclops.
Close. Close.
All right, let's
Close.
see it.
Not this,
All right.
that. But real quick, in the realm of comic books, which superhero made their first appearance in Action Comics #1?
That'd be Superman, right?
Yo, I raised my hand.
I don't care if you raise your hand.
We just shouting out answers.
I mean, yeah, it's just the two of us. Superman.
Go ahead, DeMarcus. Who you got?
It's Superman.
It was Superman.
Y'all sure?
It was Superman.
Y'all sure?
Yes.
I mean, we pretty sure.
All right, survey says. All right, that was right.
That was so easy.
Yo,
that was so easy.
It was. Yeah. They will get harder and harder as we continue.
Oh my God. Detective Comics is about what?
Come on. Okay. All right. I'm gonna come with you.
Who founded the X-Men?
Okay. All right.
Who made their first appearance in Amazing Fantasy #16?
There you go.
That's a hard one.
It was Spider-Man, right?
Not for you, Jared.
Wait. Oh, that was supposed to be a hard one?
It's hard for me.
Wow.
What kind of comics is?
Wow.
But yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, y'all. Thanks so much for listening. It's been a time and a half. If you listen and learn something, comment below. If you're here,
Mm-hmm.
just to be here, appreciate it. You made it this far. Once again,
Mm-hmm.
better help. We're gonna help you out. You feel me?
They gonna
Come
help you out. Don't call me.
on. Oop. I mean, you can call me. Now, can I help? We'll see.
Hey, don't. Loronta wife said don't call him after 9. He's gonna get mad.
After 8.
After 8.
So matter of fact, don't call me.
Golly, well this man
Email.
on punishment.
Send
What
it.
you did,
Send it.
Loronta?
Send the email.
This man grounded. Send
Don't
the
send an
email.
email to him.
Don't
It
send.
won't.
Hey, you gonna go through your email.
It will
Hey,
not
don't
be
be sending y'all
answered.
news to his email. She got all his
Don't do that.
passwords.
Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, man. BGE, we are out of here.
Out.
Unless you take it.
All right, let's take a break to check in on our geeks. How are y'all doing? How are y'all feeling? How's your heart? How's your mind? Now, y'all have asked us about mental health before and what our feelings are on mental health, and I say that your mental health is just as important as your physical health, your spiritual health, and your financial health, your fiscal health. And therapy, a lot of times, is a bridge to those other things. And so our sponsor, BetterHelp, is here to help us with that and help you with that. And I know a lot of y'all don't believe in therapy. Y'all ain't got time for it. You know, can't nobody tell you how you feel. But that's not what BetterHelp is here to do. What BetterHelp does is that they have licensed professionals that help you understand why you're feeling the way you do and are able to walk you through those feelings and help you get to a better place or just to reassure you of where you already are. I'm in therapy myself, and I can tell you that it's working for me. So, why not give it a try? You can go to betterhelp.com/BGE pod. That's beta gamma epsilon pod for 10% off and get started with BetterHelp today.